Hello friends, welcome to High Tech Institution YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about AWS troubleshooting. Not only this particular video, in this throughout the series, we are planning to make a different AWS troubleshooting scenario that's going to help you for your interview and your preparations. Okay, fine. Let's get started with this first scenario. When you take AWS troubleshooting scenario, today we are going to discuss with the scenario number one. In this, we are going to troubleshoot. That is the EC2 instance which we are not able to connect. Okay, it could be Windows instances or it could be Linux instances, whatever it is. When there is an instance which is running in your AWS platform, when you are not able to connect to this instance, what are the different area you need to check? That part, we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, so before going to the scenario, let me switch over to my AWS console. Here you can see this is my high-tech Kubernetes interface server. When I'm taking my public IP of my EC2 instance, if I'm trying to connect with this particular instance, I'm getting this network connection timed out error. So I've checked on multiple different way and I searched for different solution for that. But end of the day, I couldn't find the solutions. So now, along with you in this video, I'm gonna check step-by-step process. I'm gonna explain when you are getting such scenario. Either it could be Windows or it could be Linux-based instances in AWS, when you are not able to do RDP or SSH into your specific instance when it is in public. So what are the different troubleshooting steps you need to follow? That all the processes, we are going to discuss now. Okay, let's quickly get it with the scenarios. I'll go back to my presentation. So here we can see the EC2 instance not able to do the RDP or SSH. Okay, whatever instance, it could be the operating system, can be Windows or it can be Linux, whatever it is. So what are the different area we need to check? First one, we need to check whether the EC2 instance security group. Okay, so each and every EC2 instance, its own security group. We need to confirm whether if it is Windows 3389 for RDP, that port number should open, or if it is Linux, 22 SSH port should be open. So same thing, when I checked in my EC2 instance, how to check? Go to your EC2 instance, go to your security group. If you come down, you would be able to see here. See, when you click on this security group, in inbound, we could see the port number 22 has been opened. Okay, if you wanted to open this in new tab, we can do that. So if you go over, we would able to see the port 22 has been opened. You can, if you want to double verify, you can click on edit inbound rule. You can go ahead, you can check over here. So of course, port 22 has been opened. So if it is Windows, what you need to do? You need to search for RDP port here. So that should be RDP. The respective port you need to select that, and you can, for time being, you can give globally. This is for SSH port number and this is for your RDP. So if when your EC2 instance not able to connect, if it is Windows, this port should be open. If it is Linux, this port should open. So as soon as you have made your entries, you can click on save rule. So as soon as the rule got updated over here. Okay, once you have done, next what you can do, go to your instance, close this tab, go to your instance, take your public IP, and you can try to connect with your instance. Okay, so you can open PuTTY. Since it's the Ubuntu based Linux machine, okay, you can try to connect with this instance. So of course, immediately, it will prompt you to ask for username and password. It's taking some time, but this is the reason, even though port has been opened, still I'm not able to connect to my instance. This is the problem. So next, what we can do, we need to know about the next scenario actually. After open the security group, next what I need to do, I need to check the instance current status. Is it running or not? Of course, that's the basic fundamental we need to check. Of course, when I'm checking, the instance is in running state only, there is no problem in that. Sometime, by mistakenly we forgot and we used to check, we forgot to check whether the instance is in running or not. Sometime instance should be in stop state, we'll still try to connect to my instance. That time also there may be a chances, so you need to make sure instance is in running state. Okay, fine. Next step, we need to check the instance status checks, actually 2x2. So when you go to your AWS console, there is something called status checks. You need to make sure the instance status check is 2x2 check fast. When there is a scenario 2x2 status check fast, a backend in AWS side hardware also is healthy, and front end, the operating system, network side, interface, EBS volume, everything looks healthy. So when there is no problem in the backend as well as front end, your EC2 instance will always show you as 2x2 status check. Okay, there may be another scenario also, Currently, this instance showing 2/2. There's no problem in the instance hardware level, operating system level, driver, network interface. There is no problem in that. If any one of these having problem, right? Here you will not see green color checkbox status check. You'll be seeing, there are two different scenarios. One is 1/2. There is the instance status will come like 1/2. 1/2 in the sense what we need to do. So we need to check for the network level, is there any driver, anything is issued, either whatever the network related antivirus we have configured, which are giving any issue or not. The EBS volume, if suddenly someone, unplugged, detached my EBS volume from my running instance, that part I need to check. Network interface I need to check. Okay, is the network interface having any issue? Somebody deleted the network interface. Forcefully someone, added or removed any network interface. That are the area I need to check. When any of these scenario happens, right, the instance status will not show 2/2 as it is. Okay, it will not show 2/2. In this place, I would get amber indication with 1/2 status. When there is 1/2 status, right, after checking all these things, from the console, you can stop and start the server. Okay, how we need to do? You can go to select the instance, click on instance state. You can first stop the instance. Okay, once it's permanently stopped, right, then you need to start the instance. By doing stop and start, gradual stop procedure, backend, right, this EC2 instance will move one physical host to another physical host. Here this has algorithm where it will change your EC2 instance from one physical host to another physical host. So by this, there is a chance your instance can become 2/2 check passed. Okay, we need to make sure always our instance should be 2/2. So even my instance is in 2/2 check passed, still I am not able to connect it. So there is one more scenario in EC2 which is 0/2. Okay, 2/2 is passed, 1/2 we know, just now we discussed. Coming to 0/2, this checks, right, indicate backend in AWS data center availability zone. There is a hardware failure. Okay, due to that 0/2 will come. For 0/2 we cannot troubleshoot anything directly. No, we need to check with the AWS side. Before checking with the AWS side, again you can stop and start from your AWS console gradually. So by doing this way, right, we can bring our instance to another healthy backend hardware. By the way, instance will start work. Okay, so for now time being, my instance status check showing 2/2 green, so there is no problem in that. So this is just for backup, I'm telling you, for your awareness. Now for the fourth point, right, I'm going to need to check the instance screenshot from EC2 console. There is an option. Okay, I don't know how many of you are aware about this process. From your EC2 console, AWS EC2 management console, we would able to see the instance current screenshot actually. So if you go back to the EC2 instance, if you click on actions, okay, there is an option called monitoring and troubleshoot. Okay, just to click on it, there is an option called get system screenshot. When you click on this option, right, it will load your screenshot. It will show you if suppose is there any blue screen error. Okay, is there any BSOD, is there any driver related issue or something corrupted or whatever it is, here it will clearly show. Now currently the problem, you can see it's asking for the login username and password, but when I try from my local machine, that time only it is throwing me this connection timeout error. We are not able to connect. Okay, so we could see there is no error in the instance screenshot. When I taken the instance screenshot, there is no error. If you can refresh it, you can keep check is there any different screenshot is coming or what, like that you can check. Okay, once again I'll repeat. You need to go to actions, go to monitoring and troubleshooting. There is an option called get instance screenshot. Is there any issue with your instance, any blue screen error or whatever? If any BSOD, blue screen on dead, or is there any further issues, right? It will show you the error clearly. If suppose is there any issue comes, any problem comes, what you can do? Any BSOD error? As of now, luckily there is no issue. If suppose, okay, if this error comes, you need to restore from the latest backup. Of course, your EC2 instances will have a snapshot backup, right? You need to take the latest snapshot backup of your root volume. You need to attach that into your EC2 instance. By the way, only we can troubleshoot it. Okay. For now, this option we don't want to go, since my screenshot showing perfectly, backend it works perfectly. Okay. Now we can move on to fifth point to troubleshoot it. There is another option called system logs from EC2 console. Okay. There is another option. If you go to this same AWS console, it's coming to action, monitoring and troubleshoot, get system log. There is an option here. When you click on the system log, right, it will generate, it will show you the log. See here also it's clearly showing to logging. There is no error I could see here. Okay, if you can go up, if there is any error related driver, is there any error related booting process, is there any error in the progress of starting time, whatever, right, here we would able to see the error message. Based on that we can troubleshoot it. But time being, I could see all looks good. There is no problem in that. If suppose then the error comes, either you can create a ticket with the AWS support team, we can work with them, or you can paste the error in the Google, you can try to troubleshoot it, or whatever, no, you can do it. For time being, right, the last true troubleshooting step, you can click over here, go to monitoring and troubleshoot. These two options, you will be able to see many information. Okay, but luckily for us, we don't have any issue with the instance screenshot. We don't have error in logs also. That is everything perfectly working. We have crossed this 5 steps. The next one, right? What I need to do, I need to go to CloudTrail. I need to check is there any recent changes has been done to this instance. Either no, somebody there may be chances people would have removed the Elastic IP. People would have removed any volumes. People know wrongly attached some wrong volumes. So there may be any changes. People would have removed the network interface. People added another interface. Chances, right? There may be chances. If anyone recently did any wrong activity, we can check it from the CloudTrail log. How can we do that? Just to copy this EC2 instance ID, just search like a CloudTrail here. Okay, just to open this new tab. Okay, you can go to event history. Okay, here you can search with resource name followed by your instance IP. Here you can see what are the different activity they have performed. See, people know September 29th, there is they have added the tag, it's not a big deal. Started the instance, stopped the instance, start instance, stop instance. I could see only start and stop only. I couldn't see the much difference actually. Okay, nobody involved anything with the disk level activity, nobody touched their interface, nobody changed the Elastic IP, nobody added the public IP, nothing. I think all looks good only. There is no fishy input content I couldn't find. So you can, okay, when there is any issue, when you are not able to do it, check your instance in the CloudTrail event. It stores 90 days of data and event. If anybody did any, malicious or anybody did any unauthorized activity in the instance, you would able to see from this list of log. For us, I don't find anything wrong. People would have stop and start regularly. They had a stop and start only. They didn't have a much critical activity. They have not made it in the server. So for me, the server level, they have not modified anything in the storage perspective, network perspective, nothing. Setting perspective, nobody changed anything in the server. Okay, in that part I'm clear. If suppose in the CloudTrail log, recently you could see somebody remove the volume, somebody remove the network interface, any log like that, you can start troubleshoot from that perspective. Okay, as of now, these 6 points are clear for me. Now I'll move on to my next continuation of next slide. Here, what we are going to do, first I am going to check is there any rule in place for ACL. Very good. Right? Network perspective, we need to check. All right. So what we need to do, go to the EC2 instance. I'm going to check is there anything they have made any restriction on the ACL. Okay, restriction on that network VPC level. I'm going to check. Okay, how can we check? Go to networking part in the EC2 instance. If you come over here, right, there is an option called VPC. You can open this in new tab. Okay, if you open this in new tab, okay, this is my default VPC. In this VPC only, I have configured my EC2 instance. If I come down, there is an option called ACL, network ACL. Click on network ACL here. Okay, so you can go with my default ACL. When you go to this is my default VPC, so I'm going with the default ACL. So if you go to the inbound role, right? Okay, if you come, okay, here I could see there is someone, denied my SSH port 22. Okay, somehow it may happen. What you can do, I believe due to this deny action in my EC2 port number 22 only, due to this reason only, I'm not able to take SSH or RDP to my instance. So what I'm going to do for just for testing, right? I'm just trying to remove this entry for now. I'm going to save those changes. Okay, right now when I check in my inbound rule, I could see everything is allow only, so I don't have any deny rule occurred for my 22. Now what I'm going to do, I'll just try to cancel this. I'll take the public IP. I'll try to take, I'll try to connect with the EC2 instance. I need to provide my key pair, right? Of course, I'll provide my key pair. So when I click on open, see it's asking now to accept. Of course, yes. When I go Ubuntu is the default username. Yeah, of course, guys, we are able to connect to my EC2 instances. So I have identified there is a problem in my ACL rule. Okay, we have tested all the areas. Okay, instance screenshot, logs, public IPs, and instance status checks, and we have checked the instance current status. Everything we have tested. Finally, I could see there is the people know who added the port 22 restriction in the ACL level. Okay, ACL which works in the VPC areas. Okay, so we found that there is an issue with the public rule they have placed in the ACL. Okay, fine. If ACL also, see, after now we have identified the problem. Just imagine, still now our problem is not resolved. What are the other possibility you need to check? Okay, other possibility, first you need to check your EC2 instance is located in public or private subnet. Okay, it's very important because your instance is located in private subnet. If you try to connect your instance using public IP, there is no meaning in that. Okay, so you need to check. So go to your EC2 instance, go to networking. Here is the security part actually, sorry, subnet part actually. When you open this in new tab, you should be able to see, when you click on this, you should be able to see this is a route table. So the route table has internet connectivity. Okay, when you click on this subnet, here you have a route table. This route table has internet connectivity. So this is definitely going to be a public subnet only. There is no doubt in that. So when I am having public subnet, right, obviously I can connect with my EC2 instance through public IP. So there is no problem in that. So this part is clear. When you are checking in the route table, there is no internet gateway entry or something like that. You need to think, okay, this is looks like a private subnet, right? Then how we are able to connect with my public IP? That also may be the chances of getting an issue. So you need to make sure your instance is in private or public subnet. Next one, right? You need to check the VPC has internet gateway or not. Okay, sometime what happened? How we checked your internet gateway is attached over here. Similar way, you need to go to internet gateway. You need to make sure there may be a scenario. Okay, there may be a scenario. You need to make sure whether your default VPC has internet gateway attached or not. Sometimes people, when they are using customized VPC, they don't even have an internet gateway. They will try to connect with public IP. That time, no, there is a problem. You won't be able to connect it. So this is another way of checking. And finally, right, you need to check whether sometimes VPC has internet gateway, but people forgot to add the routing entry in the route table. Okay, so you need to check they are properly having route table or not. So what you need to go to route table. Okay, you need to check this is a default VPC route table. See if you can check here. This is a default VPC route table. So go there. Here you need to go and check the routes. Here you need to confirm whether they have an internet gateway entry or not. Okay, that part you need to check. If they are not having this internet gateway entry, even though your VPC has internet gateway, you won't be able to connect with your instance. But there may be a chances will come. Okay, these are the different troubleshooting area we need to check, guys. When you are not able to do either RDP or SSH into any of your EC2 instances, make sure close to 4 networking point, and apart from that 6 general points we need to discuss. Totally somewhere around 10 points. Now keep in your mind, you need to check is there any human error. Sometimes people what they will do, right? Instead of copying correct IP, they will be trying with different IP. That also common basics error. Sometimes we do, so we need to take care of that as well. If still there is no issue resolved, you can go ahead. You can stop the EC2 instance from your console. You can restart it again, start it back. Then you can try to access your EC2 instance. Finally, after trying all these things, there is no progress in that. Still, your instance is not able to connect. What you can do, you can restore from your latest snapshot backup. You can attach your root volume. Then you try to take RDP to that specific or SSH to the specific instance. You can try. Okay, you can try that as an option. Finally, you can keep that as an option. So these are the troubleshooting point you need to tell during the interview, guys. Okay, see close to here 7 points we discussed. Previous slide we have discussed the 7 point. Totally somewhere around 13 points we received. So in interview, any candidate asking to you, so how are we going to deal with when that's the issue with EC2 instance when you are not able to do RDP? These are the mandatory points you need to tell. It's very, very important. Okay. Fine, guys. So apart from that, you want to know more troubleshooting scenario. Actually, I am in the plan of making many troubleshooting scenarios actually. So after this, okay, daily basis, I am planning to make one scenarios like this with a different problem. For receiving that, right, I strongly recommend all of you to go and subscribe my YouTube channel. Okay, so regularly you will get these kind of scenario-oriented tasks, which will give curious to your brain. So make sure to subscribe my channel so that daily basis you will get notification, and also share with your friends and their colleagues. Okay, so they will also get benefited. Okay, this is what I really want. Apart from that, anyone need live training or online training purely on project oriented. Okay, forget about theory. What you are getting it in general Udemy, general outside people are taking training, right? Forget about that. That is simply theory. So anyone who really looking for real-time project-based training, you wanted to explore the real AWS and DevOps environment, live scenario, you wanted to work with live environment, you want to experience more in live environment, please do call back to any one of this number, or you can WhatsApp to any one of this number. Okay, we'll be helping you to provide live scenario basis training. And thank you for watching this video. And next, after in this playlist, you will get the next video for second scenario. So thanks a lot. Thanks for your time watching this video.